really use some sponges for the project we have today. I've been wanting to do this. Let's go take on a monument. Alright, we got some potions ready here, night vision, water breathing, buckets of milk to handle the mining fatigue. We're probably over-prepared for this. Okay, the first guy should be right here. I think this won't be a problem for us. Second guy is right up here. Now, can we make golems in a monument? This will be fantastic if we can get the golems to defend us in here. But it doesn't seem to work. Maybe it's because it's in the water, I'm not sure. Doesn't matter because here's the last guy. Now we can use our pick and dig. We can loot some of this stuff. So lots of gold here. The dark prismarin's kind of good, and definitely sea lanterns. So let's collect all this stuff. And we're done. Let's get out of here. Mission accomplished. So the project we're doing is a creeper farm, and in this build we need to make a bunch of portals. In fact, several big portals, and I'm going to need obsidian. So I haven't collected a whole lot, but we have a lava farm, so we can make our own obsidian. This lava farm hasn't been that productive because we haven't been out at the cavern. We might need a lot more. You know what? Maybe I'm being kind of dumb about this. Maybe I'm being too concerned about sustainability of lava. So there's lots of lakes around here. Let's just go collect from that. And this is where I'm actually going to build the creeper farm. Okay, we're measuring where each of these 4 portals need to be. They're going to be these big, large portals here for the creepers to go through, and they wind up in the nether. Once in the nether, they just immediately fall down, and we collect the gunpowder. And so this farm, it's another LogicalGeekBoy tutorial, and he had 3 of these creeper farms going all the way back to version 1.14. What's funny is Shulkercraft, another Minecraft YouTube series, they did a review choosing 3 different creeper farms and compared them all. And the LogicalGeekBoy tutorial 1 for the best, most efficient, easiest to build creeper farm. What's funny is they had the 1.14 version that they used in the review. So when I looked up, I noticed it was kind of an old one, but apparently it's still effective. And he had another one from 1.16 and another one from 1.18. I kind of liked the old one because it had the option to let you kill the creepers yourself and get the benefit of looting, as opposed to just being passive. So that is kind of a cool option. I was thinking what I could do is I could have them drop and have them die from the fall, or maybe have a piston that pushes in and is just a little bit higher so that they don't die, but they take some damage. And then, you know, you can have a little opening there to swing and kill them. Now, I think this is what I want to check out. We can AFK here in the overworld, have the creepers show up in the nether, have them like start to bunch up and collect there, maybe in the hundreds even. Then we go to the nether to take care of them, and then we can get the benefit of looting. I'm not 100% sure that'll work, but that's kind of what I want to check out. And if that works, then it's something I may want to a drown farm later. The same concept. Have them appear in the overworld, go through a portal, and collect in the nether for us to kill them later. So that's the idea, but at this point I'm kind of like picking and choosing elements from the 3 different farms, and mostly I think from the 1.14 version. Though one of the big challenges with that is that the lighting is different. Mobs won't spawn in the same light levels as 1.14, so you need things to be darker. It needs to be complete darkness or light level 0 for the creepers to spawn. And these portals down here at the bottom are pretty bright. I looked it up. They give off a light level 11. So the bottom level here may not produce anything at all, and I may have to look what's a good way to control the light. I did see one person comment on the 1.14 version. They said they pushed the portals back 1 block, and I guess that helped out with the reducing the light level. Oh, we got a trident guy. I actually got lucky and got one earlier just from being in the ocean here. I'm trying to attack him by using the dolphin speed up. I'm thinking I want to make a drown farm so that I can get 2 tridents. I want to have 2 Wow, okay. That's especially lucky. And yeah, maybe I don't have to make that farm anytime soon. No need to wait. We can enchant these right away. We might try seeing what kind of natural enchantments we can get. If it's at least Unbreaking 3, then Riptide, we'll want one with Riptide, which actually it has some really good enchantments on it. Impaling 4, we can do better than that, so we'll use one of our books here. Okay, that's 1. And we want to combine some books. Get rid of these things. Okay, loyalty channeling, breaking mending. Cost 2. And I need a new anvil. That cost 4, cost 3 that way. And that'll cost 9 together, or 14, let's do 9. And we'll put it on. Now we can heal him up. Heal up my trident, please, sir. Next one. It's gonna need one more. And this should be all healed up. Cool, we got 2 fully enchanted, all the way healed up tridents. Alright, let's have some fun with the Riptide. Oh yeah. We're gonna save on rockets. Alright, let's gather up all the cane that we can here. You know, I've been thinking we can make this thing bigger. There's no reason why we can't just extend this cane farm, and then it's gonna make us, you know, more than we need at this point. That and actually that gets me thinking. I've also been wanting to find a desert. partly because I just want some cactus. There seems to be no cactus in this world, and I want cactus. We can't use any green dye. So I looked up on the wiki, and there's one other place you can get cactus. You can get cactus from an igloo, the basement of an igloo. And if you're familiar with that, there's like this little experiment chamber at the bottom of igloos, and they have there's a chance there's a potted cactus there. So I'm gonna look for one. Okay, that was quite the mission. I can't believe we had to go through all that for some stinking cactus. It seems like every other world I've been in, it's just abundant and annoying, and you never think about it being such a valuable resource. But, and you know, we could live without green dye, but I mean, I'd like to eventually have colors. Okay, back to the creeper farm. We're in the nether up on the roof, and going to make a portal that corresponds to the portals that we're building at the farm. But this probably won't be the final one. This is just so that I can go back and forth. The portals that we want here in the nether, we're going to want two of them, one on top of the other. The top one will be a safe one for us, and the bottom one will be where the creepers come out. And it has to be up high enough that they can fall and die. Yeah. Don't feel bad for the creepers. To explain the portals a little bit, this platform here is the AFK. This one's higher up, so it's going to be a top portal that I come out of, which will be entirely safe. The portals that are directly down below, the big portals that the creepers go into, they will come out in a lower portal. Oh, since it's raining, we got to try out Riptide. This is great. You can just kind of go indefinitely. This must be some of the fastest travel on the game. And back to our underwater building. We really need to get some air here to build more easily. We're going to need sponges for that. So we may be making another monument run. There's plenty of monuments around. And we got to find some sponges. This magenta glass, it wasn't my first choice. The tutorial I'm following, he used some green or lime glass that kind of looked like creepers. Made sense, but I realized I couldn't get that because there's no cactus in my world. So yeah, I decided to go with something I did have, which was this purple glass. And actually, I was thinking it should be tinted, and so I've been trying to collect some of those shards. But then I thought, well, it's underwater and it's going to have a roof, so maybe it doesn't need to be tinted and keep out the light. So that's why magenta glass. All right, I'm going to do sand and then some sugar cane on top of that just to create some outer walls here. And then we're going to be able to use sponges later to clear out all the water. So if I look forward, I could probably figure out what the walls are going to be going all the way up, but this tutorial is going, one floor at a time. So let's just make a nice airspace here where we can build. We need to go on a monument run and get some sponges. All right, that was more successful than the first one. Mostly because we got sponges this time. This definitely feels weird to be putting sponges where all these sugar cane are. It just doesn't feel right. I've done clearing monuments before, and that's using sand to make sand walls, and you have them like 3 apart. It's pretty strange to have it bounded by these plants. Okay, up this scaffolding, we're gonna have, we already have our chests up here and it's just been floating, but we'll make a little platform here and that'll just kind of be our little floating base of operations until we build up the farm. And by the time that happens, we'll be ready to tear this down and take away the chests, and because we'll be done. Alright, up the scaffolding here, we have 2 portals that I just built. So we can now take this one down. This was the convenience one. So the 2 portals up above, the top one is for me to go through, the bottom one is for the creepers to go through, and they're up high so that the creepers can fall down. And we're just going to test and make sure that we can go through both of these, and that the creepers can go through, and that we go to the right ones. So I want to make sure that when I go through, I end up in the right place. Okay, so let's try this bottom one. And I'm up top. But that's because... Actually, that's okay. What I want to see what happens when you go through from this side. So this should be the bottom one. Okay, that's what matters. So they're not going to go back the other way. They're going to fall down. So long as the overworld portal that the creepers go through come out at the bottom, that's what we want. Now this one, I think I do want this one to work both ways because I may want to go back and forth. So this should be the AFK spot perfect. And if I go back, I should be coming out of the top one. Perfect. Okay, so the linking is good. That's what I need for these to be linked up to the right ones. Well, I went ahead and did it, replacing this magenta glass with tinted glass. I was just thinking that well, one, it looks nicer. 2, if there is any sources of light outside, like I might want to light up the ocean around here. I think that might prevent drown from spawning. Then it'll actually help. It'll keep out the light and could actually help with the spawns. So, yep, I'm going to go around and replace all this, and we're going to use tinted glass now. Now that I've collected enough of the amethyst shards, and we can make all this tinted glass, we're going to use this all the way up to the top. So now what do we do with all this magenta glass? We use it on the nether side. It actually looks better on this side anyway. So the other thing to do here, according to LogicalGeekBoy, is use some netherrack, make a little ring around the portals, and you light it up. And what that does is that kills the bats. So I guess this farm, it doesn't prevent bats from spawning. Bats come on through, and you basically just take care of as many of those as you can with this the ring of fire here. Now we got to build this glass tube down where the creepers fall just far enough to kill them. So with the glass chutes in place, we then go down a couple blocks and put a series of hoppers in place, kind of form a platform of hoppers there where it'll collect all the gunpowder. On top of that, though, we're going to embed in glass some minecart hoppers, and they kind of suck in all the gunpowder faster. Minecart hoppers are drawing in all the gunpowder and then distributing them across the 8 regular hoppers below that. 8 hoppers per tube. And now we have to put an optimistic number of chests here to collect all the gunpowder we're going to have. Alright, here's how the math turns out on this. This 40 chests, double chests, can hold 138,000. I'm never going to fill that. That's kind of anticlimactic after wanting cactus for so long, and now I have it. What do I do with it? I mean, maybe in the future I can make like an experience farm with this and just continue smelting green dye with it. Maybe we'll do something crazy with a big green dye build. But I am happy to have cactus finally because it didn't seem to exist anywhere in this world. I'm sure there's a desert somewhere. Let's get back to business. We got to place a lot of these trapdoors. These trapdoors go on the inside and the outside of these platforms so that the creepers will want to fall down. Alright, now I have this issue that I need cats, and I don't have a great way to get them. I can go surfing around for all the islands and villages that might have a cat and drag them back here in a boat or something like that, but it's probably easier. I have villagers that I can create easily. I'm just going to make a little flat impromptu village here, and soon they should have cats, I'm hoping. And once I have 2, I can breed them, and that'll be enough for the farm. Alright, we're halfway there. We got 1 cat. And we have 2 cats. We're over here on Temporary Cat Island, and about to make some more cats. Alright, cool. There we go. Now we just have to keep this up until we have enough. I gotta extend this cat island a little bit out towards the creeper farm, and we'll build up our cats, but I think the next thing to do is to replace those cane walls and put in the glass and the stone that's supposed to go in place. Alright, the walls are in place now, and the water's falling away. Now we can place carpets down on this little strip. So I have a little bit of troubleshooting to do with the way I'm building this, because I'm kind of doing part of a 114 build and a 116 build. And that is because of the brightness of this portal. I took the advice of one of the comments and pushed it back. What that means is there's an extra space in here. Ordinarily there would be 2 trapdoors and an opening, so like basically a 2-block wide gap for the creepers to fall in. Instead I have 3 blocks, so I'm just gonna place an extra trapdoor in between, right up against the other ones, and then just open them all up. So got 1 trapdoor just kind of floating in the air in between the other 2. Here's a good look at the premise of this farm. We have a platform that I'm standing on is where the creepers will spawn. They're going to be spawning close to the cat. And so their creepers are scared of cats, so they run away from it. Cat's going to be just in the middle there. And they don't see the trapdoors are open, so they think they can scoot across, and they're looking for the carpeted area on the other side there. So that's where they're running towards. They don't realize the trapdoors are open, so they run right off. I got a few more levels to go. Have to keep building up each of these stone levels, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to allow myself to get up and down. Not have anything spawn yet. I'll probably place a torch and have a hole with some with the scaffolding, and I'll have to fill in a few bits of carpet on each one of these levels, and eventually place a cat right in the center. So we'll get to that soon, but I kind of just want to finish up each one of these levels and have a way to get up and down to finish up all the build. I'll have to put trapdoors on the top side as well, on the roof of each floor, so that only creepers can fit in there. Then you don't get the other mobs spawning, except for spiders, which is why you have to put some carpet around if you want to prevent spiders from spawning. It's bright and sunny now, and I have all the cats in place on all the levels, and we're just doing the roof here. For a lot of these mob farms, we do a roof that extends out quite a ways, and that's supposed to help with the pack spawning, which is a confusing thing, but it helps your overall farm production. We're able to test this now. I'm standing up at the AFK spot, and using replay mod, I'm just observing what the spawn rates are like, and it seems pretty good. I see lots of creepers. The only problem is you might notice they're not falling off the edge. They're just kind of hanging out with the cats and being pals, I guess. Cat's looking around confused. So to fix this problem, it wasn't too bad, but a little bit risky here. I have to dig into each floor, and I've placed down an extra row here of stone and covered it up with carpet, and I've done that to all the floors now. They have 2 rows of carpets, and what that does, that gives more targets for the creepers to run towards, and just more opportunity for them to try to run across the trapdoors. And that was the majority of the problem I had, is there just wasn't enough opportunity for the creepers to try to run across. And if you give them more space on the other side, it increases their chances of trying to run across. So with that fix, I came back and ran another AFK test. It looks like I'm collecting about 2,000 gunpowder per hour now. I'm pretty happy with this level. It should be a comfortable amount of gunpowder for my world. So what that means, with all this gunpowder, I have plenty of rockets now. I can also make some TNT. And one of the things I'd like to do is fly around a bit more and map the area around my base. We'll create a big board to put all the maps and be able to see everything around the base. And we'll keep making the board bigger and map out some areas like where there's a lush cave. We're going to upgrade to 1.19 at some point, so as we expand the map, we'll eventually find mangrove biomes, and we'll find the deep dark. I don't know if that'll show up on the maps, but we'll find the Deep Dark and eventually find an ancient city and maybe face the Warden. But before that, we'll probably take some of our TNT and blow up some nether and find some ancient debris so we have netherite armor. So yeah, lots of stuff planned. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next episode.